Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive, bringing you a live commentary of a brand new game called Duelyst, which is in beta form right now, but will be out full release next year. It looks like early next year, and this game is gonna be awesome, guys. I have really high hopes about this game, and I hope you guys give me the chance and just give me the next few minutes of your time to watch this and give yourself a chance to see if you're gonna like it or not. Luckily for us, I have a download link in the description below, so feel free to click the bit.ly link down below to download your copy of Duelyst. Now, a little bit of a warning: if you're using Chrome, it might say there's like a warning or whatever when you download it. It'll be fine, guys. I downloaded it. It's just like probably an unknown exe file, so that's why, but you should be good. And more importantly here, when you sign up and make your account name, use the code aDrive. When you sign up, you'll get 100 free coins right off the bat, which, as you can see from the armory here, will actually get you a pack of cards which you can use and build your own deck with and stuff like that. So it's a good starting point. So make sure you use the code aDrive at sign up, and that'd be pretty cool. And if you guys could show your love on this video by hitting the like button, that would be absolutely phenomenal. Question of the day is, would you like to see more Duelysts on my YouTube channel? If not, feel free to let me know. Let me know your thoughts. But I'm looking forward to playing this game, guys. I've been streaming a little bit, and it seems like it's going to be a bunch of fun. And to give you guys an idea of how sick this game is going to be, it had a Kickstarter campaign and raised $130,000+ on a Kickstarter campaign. No one just does that, right? Nothing just goes out and makes that big of a splash on the Kickstarter campaign world and then kind of is a flop, right? I think this game has a lot of potential. It's kind of like a mix. I've heard of like Hearthstone, Final Fantasy Tactics in a way, some Final Fantasy stuff in there, maybe some, I don't know, a couple other games, but it's pretty fun. So I'm going to hop into a match right now. We're going to see how it goes. So let me connect to a match and we'll see what happens. And I'll be kind of explaining my thoughts so you can kind of see what it's like to play through a match. And I'm by no means an expert. I'm still learning myself, but you can kind of watch and get a feel to see if you want to try it out yourself. Like I said, guys, it's totally free. You might as well give it a try and see what happens. And we'll see if we're going to do more of this on the channel. Don't freak out, guys. This isn't going to impact my Pokemon content, so don't worry. But I appreciate you guys giving it the chance. So let me find a game and I'll be right back and we'll see what happens. All right, before I jump into a game here, when you actually get the game screen, you could choose a couple of different like set decks, so you don't have to worry about the cards you have initially. I'm gonna play the deck I feel the most comfortable with, which is gonna be the Songhai Empire deck. So we're gonna start with that, and we're gonna find a match. And it looks like I got a match pretty quickly. So there are people playing this game, and there's actually a good amount of people playing this game. So you saw how quickly I just got matchmaking there. So that just shows that there's people playing it. I might get bodied by this guy, but we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna start with my hand here. I got a Skyrock Golem, a Phoenix Fire, and this thing, which is pretty cool. So I'm actually just gonna keep my hand here. You can actually replace one card out of your starting hand if you want. And the way it works is you have your general, and each person has a general, and they're equal in value here. And you're gonna race for those mana orbs, because those mana orbs give you an extra mana every turn. Now, it does seem like it makes the most sense to kind of burn your mana up each turn, because otherwise that's really the best way to kind of make things work. So you see here, I have 2 mana up in the top corner. If you look in my side, I have 2 mana at 25 health basically, and my general is going to deal 2 damage every time he attacks, and he has 25 defense. So his defense can get whittled down by something attacking me, and every time I attack, I also get counterattacked back. So you'll kind of see that here in a little bit. What I could do is I could deal 3 damage to my opponent right now and get him down to 22. I'm actually getting a challenge, but that's okay. Or I can summon my Skyrock Golem here because I have 2 mana right now to use. So what makes the most sense to me is actually to summon my Skyrock Golem. I'm going to put him up here, and some of my strategies might not be that good, but I'm going to do my best. I'll end my turn there because there's not really anything else I could do. I could reactivate this guy, but that's not going to make any difference for him. When you summon a minion or a monster, a golem, or anything like that, they don't attack on the first turn unless they have the ability Rush. Now, I know I'm throwing a lot of information at you guys, so just kind of try to enjoy the gameplay and see what happens. So he's going to move up 2 spaces, and because he goes second, he actually has an advantage. He can summon a monster, a minion, right on top of this mana point and get extra mana. That's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to summon this thing, which has 2 attack and 3 defense, and it's also got it gains 2 attack as well. He's gonna go and give him +3 attack, so he's gonna boost this thing all the way up to 5, which is pretty scary. Now, I have a tough decision to make here because I want to get rid of this thing as soon as possible, right? That's one of my main objectives. I only have 3 mana for this turn, so I want to kind of take advantage of that. I could do 3 damage to him, and I could actually kill him with this guy, but the problem is then I'm kind of left out of luck here. So I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna probably summon my assassin on this mana point to get 4 mana. That'll give me 2 mana afterwards. Then I could use this to deal 3 damage to this thing, and then I could knock it out and just get rid of this thing off the field, because otherwise it's gonna be a problem. So I'm gonna get this guy going here to get that extra mana point, and while it's not that useful this turn, it'll keep my opponent from getting mana too. So that's kind of my logic here. So I'm gonna move this guy closer. And it should be a double down here. I'm going to use this thing to knock this guy down, take his defense down to 3. So you'll see he goes from 6 defense down to 3 defense, and now I'm going to attack him, and because I'm doing 3 damage, it's going to take off the rest of his. He's going to do 5 damage to me, which doesn't matter. He just overkills me, and then that's going to be the end of that. And then what I'm going to do now, I'm actually going to move just a little bit closer to this mana point as well, because I do want to try to get this, and I'm going to hold on to this spell here, because there's a card in my deck that actually makes it so when I use spells, it does damage to my opponent's general. So not a bad start. I was able to get rid of his strongest guy. And there's all sorts of power-ups and stuff. One of the things I like about this game is it's not very RNG-based, man. It's not really luck-based. The only thing you're really dealing with is the luck of the draw in terms of what you're drawing out of your deck. But you can actually replace 1 card each turn if you don't like the cards you have. So there's always that. So at least you have those options. He's going to just straight up attack me and take 3 damage back. So I lose my little ninja guy here, but as you can see, his health goes down to 22, which isn't bad at all. I'll actually take that pretty good. That doesn't matter. That works out for me. And we're going to see if he's going to spawn something in here. He's going to go for the Healing Mystic, which does restore his general's health. So good play there. He's going to restore him back up. And again, he can't attack with this new guy. So now I have a tough decision to make here because I do want to get rid of this thing, but I don't want to do any damage to myself. So I have 4 mana. So what I can actually do here, and what I'm probably going to do, is I want to get rid of this thing. So I'm going to move my general here. I'm going to get this extra mana to give me 5. I'm going to summon this flying monster here, because I'm pretty sure I can... Oh, with 3 or less attacks, so actually I cannot do that. Let me think about this for a second, because I do want to use Frenzy, but I don't think I could do enough damage to this thing to get rid of it. I really can't. So that's kind of a problem, but I can summon Young Flamewing here, which isn't bad. I just can't attack yet. But let's do that, because I actually have 3 defense, so I know I could take a hit. So let's get Young Flamewing up in here. Now, one of the nice things about Flamewing is it is a flying minion, so it can actually fly all over the map, which is kind of cool. I shouldn't have taken that mana. That was a bad play, actually. But let's get this guy in here, and I can have him fly around the map later. But for now, he's going to be chilling right there, and I think that's really all I could do this turn. There's really no point in... I thought he doesn't have a low enough attack stat for me to reinvigorate him. So we'll end the turn there. We're going to pick up a couple more cards. And you'll see that every turn, it seems like you get more mana every turn. So then you can kind of... The stuff you can do can be expanded upon. You can do summon stronger like monsters and stuff like that. So he's going to turn any minion into a 3/3 something. Oh, so he put me into this thing. Is that my guy or his guy? I guess it's my guy. So he attacks me, does some damage. He's going to summon a Dying Wish, which is going to give him a mana crystal. He's going to summon another Dying Wish, which is going to give him more mana. So this guy's like really stacking up on the mana here, which is kind of scary. I got to beat this thing here. I think this is my guy. So I guess he just didn't want me to fly around because I could have put in a lot of work otherwise. I have a plan, actually. I do have a plan, but I need to figure out how I'm going to do it. Okay, so this actually could work out. I can move this guy out of here because that's objective number 1. So I can give my minion or general... okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use this Blood Mage artifact. That's going to make it so every time I use a spell, it's going to do an extra damage to this guy. And what I want to do is I actually want to get my general out of here. And I'm going to put my Praying Mantis guy... actually, I kind of messed up, but hopefully this won't hurt me too badly. I'm going to put my Praying Mantis guy right here. Now, I can't attack on the first turn, but what I can do is I can actually give him this thing. So we'll give him this so he can attack right away. And that's going to do 1 damage to the general, obviously. And now that I can attack, I actually meant to attack all 3, but I put it in the wrong spot. But I should be able to knock out those 2 guys at one time. He'll knock me out in return, but at least I got rid of those 2. And that's going to conclude my turn because I can't get rid of this thing yet. But I do have this spell later. So we're pretty evenly tied here, but he has a lot of mana. So he's got 7 mana now, so he can really do a lot of different things. So we're going to see here in a second what he ends up summoning in and how much damage he's going to do. At this point, he could summon in like an 8x8, golem or something and do a ton of damage on the following turn. And I don't really have anything to answer that with yet. See, I got these 2 guys, which have a higher cost. You can see they have a higher mana cost, but they're usually stronger or they have a better ability. So you typically want to keep the low mana stuff till later in the game because it's kind of a disadvantage to get it right away. But is he going to attack me with this little wisp thing to get the extra mana? I'm curious. It looks like he might. This thing's scary. I gotta figure out a way to beat this thing without having him attack me. Probably one of my golems, but I can't. Oh, he doesn't even attack me. So what I can do is I can move my fox guy here and knock this thing out. And that seems to be my best play because I can't reinvigorate anything anyway. So let's do that because I want to get rid of this guy because he's kind of scary. So I'm doing 3 damage, he does 3 damage, he knocks me out, we both knock each other out, that's fine. Now, I'm gonna end up giving him mana if I take this thing out, but I don't want this thing on the field any longer. But what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna move my dude back here, and I have 6 mana, so I'm actually gonna summon a couple of these golems. Because they might be able to do some damage against some of his guys. They have enough bulk that I like their chances here, and I think that's gonna be my turn. So I'm gonna get a bunch of cards now in my hand. One of the cool cards I just got is actually Widowmaker, which is a ranged monster. So I can put it anywhere on the field, and it can attack the general from anywhere, which I really like. So he's gonna get his extra mana there. He loses his guy. That's why I didn't want to attack him before with my general, because I would have taken the point damage, if that makes sense. Because if I would have attacked that little wisp thing, it would have done 1 damage to my general, even though I knocked it out. So I figure I let him knock me out, or let him attack me instead. That way I don't take the damage on my general. So he's going to get another mana. He's going to deal 1 damage to a minion and stun it. So he's going to go for this guy. And now I can't attack next turn, I think. But he's going to try to knock me out, isn't he? I'm curious. I guess that if I'm stunned, I can't attack him back on a counter attack. So he would avoid taking that 4 damage. He's got a golem as well, 9. So you see, this is a 5 mana cost, and it's got 9 defense, which is really impressive, actually. It's gonna be tough to take down. Yeah, he doesn't even attack me, so I can't attack yet, but I think I could reinvigorate him right now if I wanted to, and I could do 4 damage to him. And I have 7 mana, so it's important to always look at that. So I can give a friendly minion +1/+1 and move it to any space in the battlefield, which is really nice. Because what I could do is back attack him probably, but let's think about this for a second. There is a time limit on your turns as well, so that's something to keep in mind. You'll see a little bar come up when it's time to kind of run out. I have to get rid of 9 on this guy, which is kind of tough. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to reinvigorate this guy. Can I do that? I can't do that, so it doesn't even work then. Okay, it was worth a try. Let's see here. I want to get rid of this thing, because that's scary. That is scary. He's really starting to kind of come up on me right now. This is going to do damage to me soon. And he has got 4 cards in his hands, so that's scary too. I can give him to 7 and then do 7 damage to him, but that doesn't seem like a good play. This thing's a problem. Alright, I gotta make a move here, so I'm gonna move this guy up here. We're gonna try to get that damage on him. He's gonna knock me out, but I'll at least get 4 damage on him and kind of wear him down. I'm gonna move my general back a little bit. I'm also gonna try to get this guy down here because he's a ranged attacker, and I think he could put in some work. And then I'm also going to actually do this. No, I'm not gonna do anything. My turn's over. So I ran out of time. Hopefully my ranged attacker doesn't go down. I'm counting on this guy to kind of stop him, but I have a feeling he can knock me out here, and then he's got plenty of things to summon. He's got 4 cards in his hand and 9 mana right now. So I'm kind of in a bad spot. This team doesn't, yeah, his general's gonna get 3 attacks, so now he's gonna be able to do some serious damage to me. However he wants to go about it. He's just going for me, so he's gonna do 5 damage to me. I'll do 2 back, but that's definitely advantage him. And he's gonna move forward this. Are you gonna attack me? He's trying to pin me in here, which is kind of scary. That's actually a really good strategy on his part, is to try to pin me. And now he's got a provoker, so provoking means I can't attack him unless I get rid of the provoker first, which has 4 defense, which is pretty scary. So I hope he doesn't have anything else. He's got another, so he trapped me basically, is what just happened. Scary, scary, scary. Okay, so I have some ideas though, some ways to do this. What I can do is I can give this guy, let's do this first. So I'm gonna use that, and I'm gonna move my guy all the way out of here. He's a ranged attacker, so it doesn't really matter where he's at. By moving him all the way out here, that's gonna give me a little bit of breathing room, and I can actually attack this guy here, and I can do 3 damage to him. It's not gonna knock him out though. And then I actually have some other plans. This could actually work decently well. I just need to figure out where it makes sense to put this guy, because this guy is gonna be the guy that attacks all 3. I think it makes sense to put him right here. So let me actually move my guy down. Oh, I'm provoked, so that doesn't work, actually. Okay, well then I could put this guy... This guy's right here too, so he could attack him too. Okay, so I'm gonna put this guy right here. I'm gonna reactivate him so he can attack right away. And then what I'm gonna do is attack this guy. It's also gonna hit everything around it. So he'll knock me out, but I did a lot of damage to him, and I actually still have 1 health left. I can use this guy here to knock this guy out, so that's gonna be good. This guy here is gonna hit him, I think. Let me think. I gotta get this guy out of here a little bit. I still have mana too, so I want to summon him back here, and I want to do this guy, knock this guy out. Let's do that. Oh, I ran out of time. Yeah, that's where the time limit comes into play. You start to like think about your moves and stuff, and then you kind of run out of time, which is unfortunate. It puts me in a bad spot, but I have 2 ranged attackers here who can actually hit his general now, and I could do 5 damage next turn. So we'll kind of see how that goes. Oh, that's my phone that's ringing. That's kind of annoying. I don't know what's going on with that. My bad. So he just used some sort of spell and turned my guy into a minion now. So that was just a regular minion. And he looks like he's moving in. I'm a little worried. He's going to do a lot of damage to me right now. I'm trapped now, so I'm taking a ton of damage. Bad plays on my part. He's going to attack me, but I hit him back a little bit. But now I'm going to take 8 damage. And I'm trapped. Oh, man. So I gotta get both of those out of here. And he's got a provoker, too. And another golem. So you can see he just emptied his hand. So I have a lot of things I need to take down. Let's see here. What makes the most sense? What I need to do is I need to use this guy here. He could do 2 damage. I can knock out one of these 2. Because I need to get rid of these guys ASAP. I don't have any more monsters. I think I'm going to lose now, actually, because of that. But let's get rid of this thing first. At least we'll get rid of that. I could deal 3 damage to a general minion, so I can get rid of this guy here. This is my guy still. Okay, so let's get rid of this guy. Right, is that my best play? Or is it to get rid of this guy? Because he's the provoker. That might not be a bad idea. So that's going to get rid of him. Now I'm going to attack this guy, knock him out, I think. Well, where can I actually move to now? I can move over here. Which isn't really going to do much for me. I need to get rid of this guy. I should have actually targeted this guy. But either way, I'm like trapped. So I'm taking so much damage now. I'll get rid of this guy. This guy's not doing anything for me. So that's kind of unfortunate. I can move this guy over here. Unfortunately, I'm taking so much damage regardless. So I think I'm going to lose. Exhausted friendly. I mean, I can give him +3 attack, but that's not going to really help me too much. I think I'm going to lose at this point. But we'll see if I can make it through one more turn. We'll see if we can make it through one more turn. I just didn't get enough minions, and I kind of played poorly. So if he summons one more, so he's gonna get +3 attack on his general. So that's gonna be game. He just attacks me with his general and the other guys, and I think that's gonna be it for me. So that's gonna do 4, and then he only has to do 2 damage back, and there's the general that's gonna come in. So you just saw me get bodied, but I'm still learning, guys. I'm still learning. I'm kind of new to this game. And I'm still getting used to it. So I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please show your love on that like button down below. And don't be afraid to try it out yourself, guys. Seriously, you could download the game from the link in the description. And also use the code aDrive to sign up, get 100 free coins. And we'll see what happens on the next time. I'll try it again if you want to see more of this. I've been streaming it on and off a little bit. So feel free to check that out. And I think it's pretty fun. So give it a try. That's going to be it for me, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy it. My name is Dan. I also go by aDrive. And I will catch you guys later. Peace.